Timeless elegance. Top 5 reasons you should go old school style. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're here to challenge some of the modern trends that have become so popular in recent years. You might be surprised to learn that there are actually quite a few reasons why you should think twice about embracing modern architecture, decor, fashion, and other fad or style choices. So, let's dive right in. Reason number 1. Once you go down the rabbit hole of modern home rehabs, modern fashion, and other modern fads, you've jumped on a merry-go-round that never stops. Depending on the type, some tastes change every month, others change every few years. You're going to be wasting a lot of perfectly good money after bad, and you'll never catch up. Keeping up with the Joneses, or real estate brokers and developers and design firms, only work for them because they make money off of it. They make money off the rest of us. You'd be better off sticking with old, reliable, old school styles. And you can splurge on a few signature pieces that'll last for years. You can use those and mix and match fashion and decor to give them a fresh look. And, as far as architecture, who really wants to live in the walkie-talkie in London? That building is going to get old very quick. And again, who makes the money when it's torn down or replaced by yet another monstrosity? Reason number 2, and this is probably the most important: climate change and lack of sustainability. Many modern trends prioritize aesthetics over sustainability. From materials and manufacturing processes to the overall environmental impact, it's important to consider the long-term consequences of our purchases. Many modern things, buildings and clothing included, just don't last as long and need to be replaced sooner. Most use cheap materials, and this creates planned obsolescence, the need to constantly buy more to replace the crap that didn't last. Reason number 3, and you might find this one a little bit surprising, but lack of individuality and cookie-cutter designs. Modern trends often promote uniformity, leaving little room for personal expression. Everybody wants to stand out in their own unique way, so why conform to what everybody else is doing? Unless you're buying something like a one-of-a-kind, you're not really standing out from the crowd. Sure, it's great to buy a designer dress or another McMansion if you have the money, but are you ever going to get your money out of it? And unless you have that money to burn, is it really worth it? And if you do have that kind of money to burn, you need to be taxed more, because the rest of us certainly don't. Here's a tip. If you're buying a home, don't get the one that looks like it's been recently renovated with the same gray walls and the VOC emanating carpets and floors. That modern look is just going to cost you at closing. People who flip perfectly good homes by sprucing them up with modern style, it's going to be dated in a few years, only works to the flipper's advantage, not to the rest of us. Reason number 4, and this is probably the second most important, if not the first. Getting on the expensive merry-go-round can lead to avarice. According to the organization Action on Hunger, there are literally 783 million people suffering from hunger and food scarcity in the world today. 34 million in America alone, the richest country in the world. Another 100 to 150 million are homeless worldwide, 582,000 in the United States alone. You get the idea. Greed literally kills. There's no room for greed in the 21st century. With all the issues facing the world today, including climate change, wars, mass migration, and ever-increasing concentration of wealth, that extra money could be best used elsewhere, on charities or political campaigns for candidates who really want to make a difference in the world. Reason number 5, disregard for history. Modern trends often dismiss the rich heritage and historical significance that comes with modern architecture, decor, and fashion. There's something to be said for embracing our past and preserving our cultural identity. Modern and mass-produced goods also hurt artists and craftsmen using traditional materials and methods. And once skills have been lost to a generation, they're rarely ever brought back again and may be lost to history. Just look at real Roman concrete or Damascus steel, to name a few. And let's not forget the joy and beauty that comes from supporting skilled artisans and preserving age-old techniques in their local economies. When you can, try to buy local, try to buy sustainable, try to preserve and conserve. And as a bonus, number 6. Thanks for sticking around this long. Honestly, most of us just have too much stuff. Do you have too many boxes of stuff in your attic or basement, or a closet that's overfull? Startlingly, 75% of Americans with a garage use it for storage and don't even have enough room to actually put their cars in it. And nearly 40% of Americans end up having to put their unused stuff in storage at an average storage cost of $2,000 a year. That's for a 10 by 10 space. Another 150,000 storage units are abandoned and auctioned off each and every year because people honestly never go back for them. Most of us could be a little more Spartan and little less cavalier with what we buy. The term buyer's remorse was created for a reason. Thank you for watching. If you want to find out more about timeless elegance and what I call the Renaissance aesthetic, subscribe, turn on notifications, and check our other videos on my channel. Topics that I call the Renaissance spirit. More than just a style, but a style for living, growing, learning, and thinking. Live the Renaissance spirit. Take care.